Ladies and gentlemen, nice to meet you online. My name is He Ping from Wuhan University, China. Today my topic is academic writing competence, a genre-based multi-dimensional analysis. It includes 5 parts. First one, introduction. A myriad of studies have been conducted in an attempt to investigate the academic writing in recent years. And the notion that academic writing is not pure objective but more subjective, so as to be interpersonal activity laden with personal preference, is widely acknowledged by many scholars nowadays. Further, as one of the most important areas of knowledge production in academic writing, research article genre has been the focus of analysis by several researchers. It is now widely accepted that a successful second language writer is one who does not only possess competence about the rules of the target language, but also the ability to use the language socially and discursively appropriately. Scholars have discussed the constitution, exploitation, and teaching of academic writing competence from the genre perspective. For example, Battier proposed a 3-level competence, and also Yasuda, Dong, and Lu have emphasized the importance of developing academic writers in our awareness. Although previous studies have provided insights into the development of academic writing competence and its teaching, little attention has been paid to the specific components of academic writing competence, especially from a holistic view. Therefore, the present paper seeks to provide a plausible framework of academic writing competence from a genre perspective, based on analysis of 20 research articles published by Chinese scholars in local Chinese context and international English context, by examining its generic integrity and generic innovation performances. So the research questions are, what are the generic features of the research articles? How does writer achieve their communicative purposes by employing the academic writing competence? Second part, methodology. 10 COVID-focused research articles concerning the language use and language education in each context were selected respectively. English from the Journal of Multilingual, Chinese from the CSSCI, and other high-impact journals. But the analytical framework includes genre integrity and genre innovation, and also analytic framework of 3 writing competence model includes conscious competence, cognitive competence, constructive competence. Third part, results and conclusion. First one, genre integrity. The genre integrity would be analyzed from the perspective of textual manifestation, contextual features, intertextuality, and the ethnographic aspect. First, the overall structure of research articles and more patterns of subgenres are similar both in Chinese research articles and English research articles. Second, passive voice in animated subject and nominalization were favored by research articles writers. Third, the register is presented as below. For the field includes language right, language policy planning, language online education, etc. For the tenor includes the writers, the readers. And for the mode is the online e-journal, printed papers, and in a written and formal way. Fourth, intertextuality is important. Altogether, 9 categories were found: attribution, reputation, references or evidentials, inaphoric markers, links or websites, text within a text, quotation, translation, text in response to a provided context. For example, Table 2 presents the difference of English and Chinese research articles' use of intertextuality. Fifth, the ethnographic perspective includes the participants and social interaction. Participants include writers, editors, authorities, and readers. For the social interaction, it includes the interaction between the writer, reader, context, and the text. For example, Professor Shen Qi published his article in Chinese and also in English. But in English, it said that both in China and internationally. This is for the different context. Second, for your innovation, you are mixing patterns and manifestations of interdiscursivity. For example, the use of personalization and the use of self-mention, that is, explicitly express the writer's author persona, which is subjective and personal instead of objective. So it includes both the objective and actually with emphasis. For the manifestation of interdiscursivity includes layout of the research articles in the journal, repetition of titles and journal information, authority endorsement, QR code or DOI. And academic writing competence. The first is the conscious competence. For example, the writers have to bear the young awareness in mind. Also, research articles could be a site where the writers take stance and constructive voice. Additionally, they research articles concerning linguistics and education. The second is the cognitive competence, for example, metacognition and agency. Writers begin and maintain their writing process by the guidance of writing agency and metacognition. The third one is the constructive competence. For example, the use of nouns and nominalization patterns, different use of tense in different sections, etc. And also the different contextual features. For example, the recontextualization, and also the discursive practice of intertextuality. Finally, in order to achieve their private intentions, taking stance and constructing identity, for example, your innovation was occurred in these research articles. Finally, conclusion. The present research aims at investigating such regulated research articles within the framework of critical genre analysis. The author have conducted a genre-based analysis by exploring the generic integrity and generic innovation of research articles written by Chinese scholars but published in a local and international context, with the framework proposed by Banzi in terms of generic integrity and generic innovation. So there would be a proposed three writing competence model for research article writing includes conscious, constructive, and cognitive competence. And that's all my presentation. Thank you so much. And thanks for your suggestion and questions.